What? So the camera goes off.
Yeah, they're just like, you know, Jeremy's off to shag his Audi R8 exit.
Did mention in that about the Wembley Cup.
Yeah, got the posters on my wall.
What was that like? What was it like? We've had a few people on here who have been lucky enough to play at Wembley.
Yeah.
My invite's always kind of been lost in the post. But talk us through that day. So, like, you're playing. Did you know how much time you were getting on the pitch? Was it all up in the air? Like,
I wanted just no time at all on the pitch.
Really?
Yeah, because
you would have been genuinely happy if you went all the way to Wembley and you didn't get on the pitch.
Yeah. Because it was. Don't get me wrong. Now I play football every week, like five-a-side.
Yeah,
I love it. But this was so serious. It'd like be a few YouTubers and all these semi-pro knobheads who no one cares about.
Yeah.
That's just the F2's team, really. Purely them. Some twat from a GQ magazine or something.
Right.
Going in 2 foot in cam, and I'm just thinking, what are you doing, you plum?
Yeah.
We've already had Billy injured. Not another life lost. Come on.
So what you thinking the morning of?
You can tell I'm past it, can't you?
Are you nervous the morning of?
A little bit nervous, but that was because the night before I'd done the F2 diss track.
Was that really the night before?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the tour had said, Stephen, you need to make a video to promote the tour. And that was at the start of the week, and I was like, shit, I need to make a video. So then I did the F2 diss track, got that done, and then posted it on the Saturday.
So how did the diss track came about? Because was that the qualifying games where it all kicked off?
Well, even before that, we filmed EXO's first video. It was me and Brian and the F2.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Lawrence and Will went to meet Cavani in Paris.
Already, you're a bit bitter about it.
They got the short straw. So we had to go and film with them.
Yeah.
And we did a sort of mix of football and then a few other games.
Yeah, Jenga, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so whilst we were there, we were doing Mr. and Mrs. Although we wanted to call it Mr. and Mr. But I won't name names, but someone got really offended at that.
Oh, God.
And said, you're not calling us Mr. and Mr.
Oh, my word.
So it was just off-putting from the start. And genuinely, after that day, because I was making jokes, Brian was laughing.
Yeah.
But then those two weren't. The manager wasn't. He's just,
yeah,
he's a slug.
Yeah, yeah. That's what. Because do you remember when we were editing and you told me to get that video up because I hadn't seen it.
I love it, mate.
I'd watched. This was a couple of months ago, just before I made a video on Jez, but. You were really excited. You was like, mate, you have to watch it until the end. And I was like, no, I've seen the football challenges. He was like, no, it's the end bit. And then, like you were just saying, you played Jenga and then you did Mr. and Mrs. And so what was the joke where they didn't really...
His favourite sex position, I think.
Yeah, and you said something about a dirty...
I called it the hungry professor.
That's the...
I meant the nutty professor, but I accidentally put the hungry professor. And then... I think Brian has put doggy style.
Yeah.
It's like, is that where you pick up the shit? As a little joke.
That is funny, though.
That is funny.
They're just shaking their heads.
Was that not an act then? Because I didn't know whether or not that was supposed to be funny.
No, that was them just being, this isn't on brand. That was their whole vibe.
Oh, wow.
So we can't be seen laughing at that sort of thing. And then afterwards, you'd think it'd be like, oh, that was funny, mate, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's just them.
What, so the camera goes off?
Yeah, they're just like, Jeremy's off to shag his Audi R8 exit. Genuinely, the first thing he did was he pulled up in the car park and then he's talking about his Audi R8. The EXO might have the footage. I just look at the camera, shaking my head like, is this real? He just... I'm sure there's parts of him that are likeable, but me and him just...
Didn't click?
No, because I think he just takes himself too seriously.
Yeah.
Because it's edited, you can laugh at a joke or be like, mate, you got to tone that down. You can speak, but if you're just going to sit there shaking your head, talking about how many millions you make from your Adidas deal.
Oh my God.
Yeah, talking about there was a question to do with in a house fire, save one item. He talks about one item in particular, and then he goes, no, we can't put that in because people might work out where I live.
Oh,
It's just you're ruining a video.
What
Just
was
don't
the
take-
item?
He said a ladder. I think he completely misunderstood the question. Gotta save me a ladder. Yeah, so
Quick, grab the ladder. Like that, like 3 of them.
Steph jumps out the window. Jeremy. But I think it was just we clashed because I was just there to take the piss, have a laugh, and
Well, you are. I mean, if anyone's going to make a video with StephenTries, you're going to know that you're going to come
hopefully
on the other end of it. Yeah, it's what you do.
I just don't think he can be the butt of the joke or even be
Yeah,
thing where it's a little bit piss takey. He has to be in control, maybe.
yeah.
So
And then you went on from that day and made the diss
that always
track.
sat with me because I thought, fuck you guys for not, just ruined my day. I felt so awkward. You can probably see it in the video. I was dying.
It's so
I thought I was performing to pharmacist. I was just sat there going,
The best thing you could have done was leave it in though.
Yeah.
Because they look like dicks.
Yeah.
I watched it and thought you're just not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one looked at that and thought you was being a cock.
Yeah,
Apart from anyone connected with F2.
So
A man like Hacks, maybe. Do you know about him, Alfie?
No, I've not heard of hacks.
Don't worry about that
you've
then.
not heard of him?
No.
Oh, that's everyone then.
So you made this diss track, which was
Yeah.
very, very funny.
Again, it was a big piss take, but there was a couple of things where I thought I'll just a few jibes. So about him being on Britain's Got Talent, that sort of thing, and it was more aimed at Jeremy because Billy, just an ordinary bloke,
Right.
So yeah, Jeremy was the one who I took a bit of a disdain to, and he came round us because it was on the Sunday. We were all in. They'd put us and the F2's team together, even though we were playing each other.
Yeah.
And then he was walking around the table, and everyone was sort of laughing as he came up to me, and he was like
What-
shaking my hand
Is this on the
on the Sunday.
right? Okay.
So they'd gone out the night before, and he
Yeah.
hadn't seen it. So he was like, "Oh, haven't you seen the video?" And he was like, "No." So I just dashed. I was like, "Fuck off." And then later we were on the coach. He had seen it, and then he was just livid. I imagine
He's on the coach with you.
so.
So fucking
They
awkward.
put us on the same coach as them, so we're at the back. Cool kids. They're at the front.
Lads.
One of the players who's an Instagram comedian, he came out with a quip, and I said, "Oh, he's doing one of his funny characters." So everyone was just laughing at him. So I think he got angry with me.
What, the comedian?
Yeah, mate. He's
Oh,
not. Stephen's being nice. When he said, did you hear the oxymoron? Instagram comedian. Like they kind of cancel each other out there.
So I thought we played the game, we lost. Jeremy got the better of me individually in the game.
Well, in the final, you mean? Yeah,
no,
not
in the semi-final. So
in
that's
the
when we played them.
Oh, I got you.
And then-
Actually, at Wembley though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, fair play, they've beat us. So I was just like clapping to the people in the stadium. Then one of the players comes up to me. He's just mouthing off at me, going, you're doing your stupid little videos or whatever.
It's what we all do. We're YouTubers, mate.
I don't think he quite grasped it. And he was just mouthing off, threatening me. And we're at a charity football game, and he's threatening me like genuine threats of violence, and I'm just like, I was so taken aback. I was like, what is going on? We're stood in front of young fans, and he's doing this.
Wow.
And he was mouthing off at me. And again, I respond, and he's got no reply. He just gets mugged off so easily. I think you're supposed to be a comedian. So as I'm walking past Lawrence, I'm like, he said this to me just because I thought, I'll get my dad involved. And Lawrence is like, what? And then steps up to him, and he's talking to him. He's mouthing off at Lawrence then. So I think, I'm going to have to go to my other dad. So I go to Brian. Explain to Brian, he's like, all right, if he carries on, I'll have a word. So anyway, it all calms down. We're sort of in the after party in the bar, and I'm stood up with Kieran Carlin, just talking to him, and then Jeremy Lynch comes over with his little mate, and
Oh God.
and they've got a camera crew with them. So he comes round and he's going, I think my mate's funnier than you. So I'm like, okay.
My dad's bigger than your
Yeah.
dad.
So he's doing that, and of course I've been saying to people that what they did after the game, and so my dad, who was at the game to watch me, just stands at the other side of them, and I think they recorded it so they'll have the footage. Never been released. I don't know why. And then Adam Boltwood, who you might know from XO videos like Adam Boltwood pegging compilation, he was filming it as well. But the cameraman for them, like they were making these shit digs, and he was like, I'm looking at him thinking, you're a cunt as well. Anyway, it was just the weirdest afternoon.
So what they've come over to you to try and get his mate to roast you?
Well,
what did they want from that interaction?
This is it. I'm in my mind, I think you've won the Wembley Cup. This is what this is all about. Just celebrate it. He was taking photos in hashtags, like where all their players were, stood in the middle of them taking photos. They're all fucked off with them.
Yeah.
And he comes up to me because he's just trying to just get all these points off people.
Right.
I'm thinking, you've beat us in the game. That's what this all was about. This is done.
Yeah.
You've had the last laugh. But then he comes over to me and he's going, blah, 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 blah. So I just start picking at Jeremy then, talk about his Halloween video.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to do.
Yeah.
and then I start, I think his other mate goes, oh, you're making the videos with your gay mates. So I just go, what? Gay mates? Why are you being homophobic? So he freezes up because he realises he's made a mistake.
Yeah.
And then
Gay mate. That's such a
really
horrible, like...
he's in his 40s.
Oh, God.
And then he comes out with he's getting a Lamborghini. Jeremy. And this is...
Oh, God.
I'm just stood there like, what is going on? Anyway, so a big circle's formed at this point. And everyone's just wondering what's going on. I'm worried that my dad's going to just hit someone because...
You're on about your actual dad now, not
my
Brian.
actual dad.
Right.
Because they're being such knobheads either side of me, trying to intimidate me.
Yeah.
Neither of them are bigger than me, which is embarrassing. Just sort of Moses in the Red Sea. Brian comes through, everyone parts, and he just like says, I think you need to shut the fuck up. And then takes me out, not to me, takes me out the back, just takes me away from it, which is perfect.
Yeah.
And then, whilst we're out there, I can hear a bit of a commotion. I think, oh God, what's my dad done?
He's glass, Jeremy.
Can I get a photo, Jeremy? No, how do you swaz it so well?
What's your Lamborghini going to be like?
So I go back in, and I just see that, as he's gone off, the F2, they've been mouthing off. I think Will's come in, Max has come in. Max has had a lot of free beers, so he's quite literally steaming at this point at the F2. But moral of the story is, like knobheads, you get kicked out of the Wembley Stadium.
Did they get kicked out? Oh, wow, what a lovely
That's
ending.
so embarrassing.
So
Yeah.
embarrassing. Yeah. But you can kind of tell, like, if you had to predict how he would act in a situation like that, you'd probably guess that, wouldn't you?
I mean, the good thing about it is, I think I saw you tweet, because on that day, he was doing the monster drink, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was sat at home watching it,
Yeah.
thinking, obviously, I don't know at the time what's going on behind the scenes, but that monster stuff was
awful.
cringiest thing going.
So I think you tweeted something about him, and I messaged you saying he's awful, like
Yeah.
blah blah blah, just because I thought, I was just venting to anyone that listened to me because it just got to me so much.
Yeah.
But then I think what's come from it is people have mainly seen him for a bit more for who he is.
Yeah.